Good morning, Arizona.
Now, coming up after the break, we know the summertime heat can just take a toll on our health, right? But what about the health of our pets? Well, we have the CEO of ColdHeat in to tell us how we can help our best friends beat the heat. That's coming up.
Well, you ain't down the corner rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
All right, how many of you worry about keeping your pet cool during the hot Arizona summer? Well, lots of us do, and we all should. Joining us now is Kent Baker, the CEO of ColdHeat. Thanks for coming in this morning. How's it going for your summer?
Oh, it's going great, but hot.
Oh,
it's really hot.
Yeah, but that just happens, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Well, we've got lovely Mitzi here, an 8-year-old. How's Mitzi doing here?
Mitzi's doing fine.
Okay.
She's trying to get her temperature regulated. It's still hot outside already this early, you know?
Yeah.
Supposed to be 106 in Phoenix today.
I know it. So. You've been paying attention, Ken.
Yes, I have. I was watching the weather earlier. That's right.
Well, what are some tools to keep Mitzi and some of the pets out there cool this summer, Kent?
You know, most people don't realize that pets like Mitzi, they really stress out when it gets hot. It gets close to 100 or over 100.
Yeah.
It's really hard on them. Pets can get heat stroke so easily. In fact, they can actually even die from it. And so to help Mitzi, we've developed a brand new pet bed. It's both cool and heated. It's called the DuoTemp.
The DuoTemp. Check this out.
Yeah, it's by Dolce Vita.
Alrighty.
And what it actually does is it provides a cool air surface that is also orthopedic for pets. So when they're outside, if they're stressed, they can actually come in and they can get on this orthopedic bed. And if you can see, Kristen, if I pull this up, it actually has air channels. It's orthopedic foam.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah,
quite
so Mitzi
refreshing.
can set on here and she can get her body regulated back to normal.
Okay, okay. Now, how would a dog know to do that? Obviously, the owner would have to kind of get them trained and say, okay, come here, do this kind of a thing, right?
Sure, it's just like any normal pet bed. When you get it home, you orient it to it, you put your clothes in it or towels or something that make the pet familiar with the bed, and they won't leave it alone. In fact, we've even found that pets even sleep better.
You're kidding.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so they let you have your time.
And that is so important because, you know, as pet owners, you need a good night's sleep so you have all that energy for them the next day, right, Ken?
Yes, you do. Yes, yeah. And actually, also to help with pets,
Yeah.
we've just launched a brand new online tool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called the ColdHeat Pet Index.
Okay.
So what you would do, for example, on your pet,
Yeah.
you would go in online to the ColdHeat Pet Index, and you would punch in the breed.
Alrighty, great.
And then you would also punch in the age.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And then your zip code. And the zip code really tells you what the ambient temperature is in your area and also what the humidity is.
Okay.
And it will tell you what the temperature feels like to pets because they don't handle it nearly as well as humans do. They don't handle the heat. No.
Not at all. So that's fantastic. How long has that been up and running, Ken?
Just since the 1st of August.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's coldheatpetindex.com.
Okay, wonderful. And any other general tips out there, you know, with the heat here in Arizona, anybody who's new to the area, some other tips for them?
Well, they should realize, first of all, that the pet wants to be with you during the day and you want them with them. But a lot of times they can't do things you do because they don't have sweat glands. And they actually breathe through their tongue and through their feet. And they get overheated easily. So you don't want them in direct sunlight. You don't want to leave them there. You don't want to over-exercise them. You certainly don't want to run with them. It's already going to be 100 at noon today here in Phoenix. And you want to keep them in a cool environment and let them regulate their temperature. And that's why the bed is so good. So what happens is a lot of times pets will come in and they'll lay on a hard surface to try to cool down. And that's usually like tile or concrete.
Okay.
And there's a lot of dogs that have ailments. There's 10 million dogs that have arthritis, for example. And you want them laying on something soft, something that's relaxing, that's good for their joints and their muscles.
Okay. Ken, I know we do a lot of hiking in this area, and I had a girlfriend tell me she went up with another friend. They went up with a dog, and she encouraged her friend to put on the doggy booties. Sure enough, they ended up carrying that dog back down because they didn't take the proper protections. Can we please remind our viewers about those important steps?
Oh, sure. You just want to be very careful when you're out. And you can actually go on the index in the morning and tell what you should do with the pet that particular day. A lot of water. Make sure pets have water. Make sure they're not in that direct sunlight. Keep them in a cool environment because, again, their body temperature is going to go up higher. They feel the temperature much more than you do.
Alrighty. And those pet booties are very important if you're doing any hikes out there. You got to protect them.
That's right. That's right.
Alrighty. And what about shaving your dog? Could that be necessary for some breeds? Is that a good option for others?
Well, I'm not a vet, but I can tell you what our vet advisors tell us, and that is that you can shave the dog somewhat, but long-haired dogs don't shave them too short. because they're not used to that sunlight.
Yeah.
So it'll help them cool a little bit, but actually just shave them a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
How many pets do you have?
Actually, I've had lots of pets. I've
Okay.
had 4 cockers, a lab, several mixes. I love dogs. They're really good.
Okay. In fact,
And this
speaking
is
of
Mitzi.
dogs, Mitzi is up for adoption, right?
Mitzi's up for adoption,
Okay.
yes. And Mitzi's 8 years old.
All right.
And female, of course. And she's very good with other dogs, very good with older children,
Okay.
for example. And you can find Mitzi today on the aawl.org website.
Okay.
Okay. And she is just a great dog. I've been with her now part of the morning, and she's very affectionate.
Good.
And just a very, very good dog.
Now, real quick before we let you go off and take on the rest of your activities for the day, tell us a little bit about Cool Canines events.
Oh, yeah, it's called
Yes.
Yappy Hour.
Yeah.
It's at Petco.
Okay.
7000 East Mayo in Scottsdale, and from 2 to 4 today. And it's a great time. You can come out, bring your pet. We'll show them the ColdHeat Pet Index, let them put in their numbers and see what it feels like for their pet. And we'll just have a great time. They have treats for the pets, and we'll have fun at Petco.
All righty. So our viewers, you can meet him today, later this afternoon. So thanks so much, Ken Baker, for coming in. We appreciate
You're
that.
quite welcome.
CEO of ColdHeat.
And
You
don't
take
forget
care,
about Mitzi.
That's right. Mitzi could be yours
Yes.
very soon if you come in and apply for the
I think she
deal.
likes you.
I do like Mitzi too. I'm just not ready for a dog just yet. I'm going to let the summer times cool off, and then we're going to get a
I think
pet,
you're going to have
so.
to stand in line. There'll be a lot of people want Mitzi
I
today.
think so too.
Okay.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you.